The next focus will be on how to create the animations. Now that we are done with the designs and arrangement, to create a sequence from the default movie slideshows to the movie previews, you will need to unhighlight the more details icon and highlight the all icon below. You can do this by the method I used here, but a simpler method will be by changing transparencies in the different pages. The next thing you do is to import your hollow square icon, which will be used for highlighting the frames. Place it a little bit above the frame in this page. Note most of the icons and text here have already been created here by me beforehand, so as to reduce the length of the tutorial, thereby saving time. So after that, I will duplicate the page and place the hollow square icon a little bit lower than the previous page so that it can have a falling sequence. After that, you move the frames up a little bit. I made a mistake of unhighlighting the all icon in this page, which is unnecessary since I'm going to be deleting every element and text above the frame in this page. This page is where the movie previews from the frame will be displayed. You will then import the text and elements designed for the particular movie preview. You then add the match and move transition, and oh, don't forget to place the transparency of the hollow square icon in the previous page to 0. You do this for elements when you want an animation for them, but don't want them to be shown in the previous page. Like I said earlier, you import the text and elements designed for this page. After duplicating the page for the sliding animation of the frames, you will move the frames till the next frame is focused on the hollow square icon. Okay, after that, you will put the side shadow over the frames to create a shadow blur effect. Change the screen image to the movie preview on the frame. You will also change the text and elements by simply deleting them and creating new text and elements for the specific movie preview. But due to lack of time, I won't be doing that in this video. So to create a side menu animation, you just duplicate the previous page to go back to the previous movie preview. Then you duplicate the page again and increase the size of the current menu icons. I just imported the already increased size in this video because of time. After that, you increase the size of the second side shadow so as to highlight the icons. You then delete the hollow square icon. To switch between the different icons, just duplicate the page and move the white shape to the icon of choice. And to go back, just duplicate the previous pages in order of which comes first. Now to switch between the different set of frames, you duplicate the page and delete the elements and text of the movie preview in this page, and simply move the frames until the next set of frames is highlighted by the hollow square icon. The animation of the movement of the frames upward can be different from this. It all depends on what you want. Like you can even make the first set of frames go higher than this. It all depends on personal preference. Oh, and another thing I forgot to do was to design the playback icon for the continue watching frames. To design this, you just need 2-line shapes. You make one white and the other transparent. The white mark ends at the point the video stopped. No, you will group the playback icon with this set of frames when you first want to create the design. I just forgot to do that here. So after that, you can duplicate the page and move the frames upward to the next set of frames. Make the frames and text above transparent. Duplicate the page and move the hollow square icon to the next frame in the present set. You notice I moved the hollow square icon this time and not the set of frames. Well, that is because I wanted a different animation. To go back up, just duplicate the last page where the first and second set of frames appeared and place it as the recent page. Put the first frame transparency to 0 and duplicate the page. Create a playback icon and place it on the screen, copy it and place it backward to the left in the previous page and place the transparency to 0. You might be wondering why I didn't do this earlier when I first entered the set of frames. Well, this is to create the time on object effect. That is, if I stay longer on this set of frame, the playback icon will then appear on the screen. So because I didn't spend enough time the first time I was on this frame, the playback icon didn't appear as a result. After that, duplicate the page and move the set of frames to generate a moving sequence. Duplicate the first movie preview page to go back to the first set of frames. Put your choice of time for each pages. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope you learned a thing or two from it.